The Dolphins lose to the Panthers 27-24, and the problem is clear and it's obvious, and we've seen it the whole time. Mike McDaniel doesn't give a crap about defense. Yeah, what happened to the Miami Dolphins just can't happen really kind of ever. They let up 200 rushing yards to Rico Dowdle, who kind of a journeyman back. He was with the Cowboys actually for most of his career. Last year he ran for 1,000 yards. This year they hadn't really used him as much, but his high of the season so far was 32 yards. And then he saw Mike McDaniel, Anthony Weaver, and that defense. Anthony Weaver, by the way, for those who don't know, is their defensive coordinator. They hired him from the Ravens. Once I saw that, saw about 5 minutes ago, I'm shook. Anyway, it was bad. And they haven't solved something. Schlereth, luckily, was on the game, an offensive lineman, to explain why the Dolphins' defensive line was so bad. They couldn't. The Panthers would simply double team, and the Dolphins didn't figure out how to shoot the gap. They weren't. Their best linebacker is Jordan Brooks, who was let go from Seattle. Their D tackles are Benito Jones and Zach Zeller. I've never heard of these guys. They haven't invested draft picks into that. And we've seen it earlier in the season. The Jets were running for a ton of yards. I think the Jets just ran for almost 200 on them. Their run defense is awful, and it's gonna be tough to win games like that. Even when you go up 17-0, if a dude can break off a 60-yard run, that's demoralizing. And that is what just happened to the Dolphins. And Mike McDaniel doesn't care about defense. They used to have Vic Fangio. They used to have Vic Fangio a couple of years ago. For those who don't know, Vic Fangio just went to the Eagles, won a Super Bowl, and because he was too hard on the players and they didn't, whatever. Okay, Jalen Ramsey's gone. It's just not working, to be honest. And the defense just a mess. Tyreek Hill is hurt. But that defense, they win this game with a decent run defense. Let Rico Dowdle get 120 yards. The Dolphins, I think, would have won this game. But they let up 200. Hard to win like that. And they were 30th in run defense. I don't know if I said this. Heading into the game. Bad then. They probably are going to be last now. That was pathetic. One thing about McDaniel, though, man, that offensive scheme be crazy. That offensive scheme was cooking. No Tyreek Hill, and they were just finding everything. I mean, they made Waller a number one. I'm like, this guy looks like, why does he look like the best tight end I've seen on film recently? Tua's just throwing him these little pillowy dots. He's just jumping up, catching them. The offense scored 24 points against, I think, a solid to good Panthers defense. But they actually got Waddle involved too. He had 110 yards, a touchdown. They cooked up a deep dot to him late when they needed it, trailing. Tua just hit it. Beautiful pass. Waddle for a touchdown. Cooked the Panthers corner, Mike Jackson, on that one. They got protection, well blocked. They couldn't run the ball. The Panthers have a very good run defense, though. We saw them do this to Bijan Robinson. So A-Chain not getting off, I'm not going to call them soft for that. We've seen the Dolphins be able to run the ball, and especially this week without Tyreek Hill, they had to kind of adjust. Obviously, now you have one receiver. But I thought offensively, the small passes were working. Tua was grooving. Offensively, it was good. It was just they would have a solid possession, punt, and the defense would just let up a touchdown. And all that's to say, season's over. That's a season-ending loss. They're 1-4. They lost to the Panthers. You suck. I don't see a path for them to be better. Tyreek Hill is out. Their offense isn't going to be explosive. Waddle and Tua are injury-prone. A-Chain can only do so much, and the defense is pathetic. They can't stop the run at all. So that's it. That's it. The season's over. Now the question becomes, do you fire McDaniel? As we move forward, I think they will. but we'll see some other interesting storylines. I don't know with the Dolphins, but that's it. It's 3rd and 15. I'm running a screen. We're gonna punt the ball away. Sorry, Dolphins. I just got nothing left for you, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do weekly videos for each team. So we have playlists directed to your team and the week in the description. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and most importantly, comment in that section. I'd love to talk to you guys about what you think about the videos, what could be improved, what I did right. Thank you again. Lumia Sports. Peace.